not wanting to be herded, as it were, into a law of human nature. "It is only an attempt at understanding," he said more gently. "We're all here by accident." "No excuse me. You are here by accident. I am here because you bring me. For accident, there must be choosing somewhere. That is one big difference between us, Matthew. The crew people here because they kill the captain. You say an attempt understanding, but it is only an attempt proving your ideas the right ones. First, you bring us, say we are free. Then you want to make us serve some idea in your head. But the people cannot serve your idea. You cannot make them do that." Paris did not reply at once. He was not so much dashed by the argument. He could not see how he could be held guilty of coercion simply by virtue of his own mental processes, as hurt in some obscure way by Nadri's remark about the difference between them. It was true he bore a responsibility that none of the black people could be expected to share. Even the people of the crew he felt to be less accountable than himself. They had shared the physical misery of the Negroes in a way he had not. They had been flogged in the Negroes' view. They had begged from the Negroes' bowls. No doubt it was for this reason they had been able to settle here together on equal terms. Paris had found happiness here. He knew himself to be useful and respected, but he knew also that in certain essential respects he was quite alone. "Only way to live here is day by day, same as anywhere," Nadri said in a different tone. "A wise man knows his limits. Like the Trocky, you know." "What is Trocky?" Nadri was fond of Paris, and had seen that he was hurt. He allowed his face to assume the expression, sly and slightly ironic, which it always wore on his excursions into folk wisdom. "Trocky is Tortos," he said. "Maybe Tortos won't fight, but he sabi him arm short." "Your arm long enough," Paris said, smiling in sudden relief. "You arm long past anyone this place." A surge of affection for Nadri came with the words. The use of pidgin often released feeling between them in this way. Between those men who shared a woman, which was still the case with most, feelings were rarely neutral. There sometimes grew enmity and sometimes a close bond. But Paris knew that the grace of the friendship came from Nadri, and the sense of this, a feeling close to gratitude, pained his throat still when he thought of it. Now, true to the restraints of his upbringing, he sought for a way to continue that would not betray his feeling. "Tabakali," he said, "that one woman look good, and good inside." "That the perfect truth," Nadri said gravely. "She one fine woman." The two nodded together on this, and the silence of total accord fell upon them, broken after some time by Nadri. "Time for palaver," he said. "They are coming together." They left the sick room and made their way across to the wide clearing before the stockade gates, where people were already assembled, men, women and children, seated on mats brought for the purpose, in two files facing inwards, separated by the space of a dozen feet or so. Paris noted Hughes among them, and Amos and Kavanagh, men often away from the settlement. Kavanagh, of course, would have returned for the naming. Tabakali and the youngest child were there already, and Paris and Nadri joined them. The Beckman, or holder of the stick, elected for this occasion, was Billy Blair, a man without discernible interest to serve save that of justice, having no cultivation in common or trade connection with either of the disputing parties. He sat between the files at one end, holding the elegant silver-headed cane that had once belonged to Del Blanc. He it was who, a year or so before his death, had introduced this regulating device into the chaos of their earlier debates. No one could address the assembly unless he was on his sick, elected for this occasion, where people were already... "Tabakali," he said, "that one woman look good, and good inside." "That the perfect truth," Nadri said gravely. "She one fine woman." The two nodded together on this, and the silence of total accord fell upon them, broken after some time by Nadri. "Time for palaver," he said. "They are coming together." They left the sick room and made their way across to the wide clearing before the stockade gates, where people were already assembled, men, women and children, seated on mats brought for the purpose, in two files facing inwards,